It's another cold West Coast winter morning. And it's not that cold out here. We get really mild winters. But no matter what the temperature is outside, we always stay super warm inside. And you don't need a big fancy dry air heater like most of us have. You can actually stay warm in like a sub-zero sleeping bag. Believe it or not, once you're in bed, that body heat of yours will keep the inside of your blankets nice and warm, and you'll be cozy all night. Getting up and getting dressed, on the other hand, is probably going to be mighty uncomfortable. But most of the vehicles you see on the side of the road, we're usually in bed nice and warm.
Whew. Well, we got a little bit more snow out here on the island, and a couple of van dwellers up there. There's two more campers. There's a ProMaster and GMC Savannah or Chevy Express, something like that. And then Emily back there. And Cruzy's trying to find a place to pee. It's really cold out here this morning.
And if you're wondering about that air leak in my back tire, yep, it's still leaking. I couldn't bring myself to changing it out there in the snow and getting wet and cold. But today, we're going to head to the shop, we're going to fix that leak in the back tire, and I'm doing it on my own for the first time. I'm not going to no tire repair shop. This one I'm going to attempt on my own. So since we've been sitting in the snow for days and days and days, and I have barely moved at all. Today is like day 5, I think, of me barely moving. I spent 4 nights at the campground, and all I did was drive 5 minutes from the campground to Timmy's and then back to get coffee, and that was it for 4 days. And then I came here to Nanaimo. As much as I've driven in 5 days is my van's maybe driven 1 hour in the last 5 days. And with my old battery system I used to have in my van, I would have been out of batteries at the end of day 1, sitting still, using internet and everything else and editing. I would have been, even at the end of day 2, I would have been completely zero. So now we're at, this is day 5, I think, and I have 19% left in my batteries, and I've been using them like crazy, like charging laptops and playing with my DJ stuff, and I've been consuming. So that's pretty good that I can sit 4 days and still have enough juice in here to go through one more day. My heater has been running non-stop. I haven't shut this thing off in 3 days, I think. It's been on 24 hours a day, keeping this thing nice and warm. But anyway, my battery compartments. You're not allowed to charge lithium batteries when the batteries are below freezing, because you will destroy the battery. The battery will it'll just destroy it. So let's check and see what the temperature is inside my battery compartments. 24 degrees Celsius is the temperature in my compartments. So this summer we took my heater and we ran a ducting system underneath my bed, so it puts heat into each battery compartment, and I have control of it over here. So if I want to shut the heat off to the compartment, I can do that. It doesn't fully shut the heat off, but when it's been running for that long, those batteries are like snug above room temperature for the last stack of freezing winter days. And so if my van was at -5, if I were to get up and start my van and run a charge back here right away, that can destroy the batteries. So on cold days, there's never ever a day that I don't wake up in the morning, heat my van before I get out of bed. So with that routine, my batteries are always at nice and warm, just like me when I get up in the morning, meaning I can charge them. So ducting your heating system, beautiful. I will 100% do that with the ambulance as well. I think that's amazing. In order to duct your heater into your battery compartments, though, if you're planning out your van builds, you need to think ahead though, because if I had my heater in the front behind the seat firing this way, you'd have to run the ducting into your living space to get back against the walls and go back. Where my heater is underneath my bed and comes out right here, so it was easy for us to branch the ducting to each back corner. I think it's just a smart idea, I think. I know you can buy those heated batteries and stuff, but I don't know, just ducting it just kind of made sense. Why not heat the room? The heat's there anyway. I'm not losing any heat inside of my home. And I think having that heating ducting system underneath my bed is gonna help keep the underside of my bed dry, because now all the compartments under my bed are now heated. They were never heated before. So bonus all the way around. Okay, so last night I slept with my window open because that's how I regulate my heat in the van. Instead of turning my heater down off of max, I just open up a window, you know, let a little bit of a breeze in here, and it kind of helps to balance that heat out a little bit. I run my Webasto gasoline heater on maximum every time. I never, ever, ever turn it on low. And I think that's the key to a lot of those a lot of those little dry air heaters, whether it's the diesel one or the gas one. If you run them on high, they run really hot inside, so they never soot up. I think it's been in my van now for over 3 years. Zero problems with it so far. So, whew, and fingers crossed that we go another multiple years without this thing kicking off on me in the wintertime. It's been absolutely great. Winter is back. I thought for sure that that we were going to be free of winter for the rest of the year. Currently not. I should have scraped the snow off my windshield wipers. Let's see if I can reach this big piece. From Ontario, that one's from Quebec. Welcome to Vancouver Island. Yeah, let the good times roll. Merry Christmas. The peanut butters are yours.
You didn't have any butter?
Pardon me? Cinnamon raisin. Double toasted, extra butter. Check out the frozen footprints around my shop. So when I pulled in here the other day, I walked through the snow into the shop and stuff. But look at it, it left like piles of frozen footprints. Like there's no snow here. That's funny, little frozen footprints. That's my foot. Yes, I still have my leak in my tire. I haven't fixed it yet. It's only been dropping by like maybe 20 psi in a day. Yeah, right there is a nail or something right in the tire. So I have my ARB tire repair kit out, but before I use this for my first time, we're gonna YouTube it.
Towards the tire, bring out the insertion tool at the same time. There we go. So as you can see, guys, that's the repair cord sticking out right there.
Are we an expert? Nope. Are we gonna do it? Yep. So step one is to lubricate the reaming rod. Then next up is to insert this thing afterwards. Take out that little thing, whatever's in there. Holy cow. Here we go, step one.
These tire repair kits come with an instruction little page and had some pictures on it, but I'm a very visual guy. I needed more, so I took to YouTube. And what some of these videos didn't show me is that you actually have to ream that hole quite big in order to get that plug in without spending 20 minutes and every ounce of energy you have. I struggled with this one because I should have just reamed that hole a little bigger. But it's just an unnatural thing to take a nail out of your tire and then stick a reaming tool inside of it and rip that hole that was already in there even bigger. I was scared of just going too big and damaging my tire, and then the plug didn't work, then I'd be in a whole world of trouble. But after all this effort and work, I learned one lesson. Stop being a wuss and ream that hole a little bigger next time.
There we go. Sealed up. Holy, was that ever some work? I tell you, man, being a smaller person doing this, I gotta tell you, this wouldn't be easy. You know, could it be done? Yeah, absolutely. But it would definitely be a frustrating challenge for sure. I don't hear anything at all. But holy crap, man, what a workout. I couldn't imagine doing that in the dirt, in the mud. That's why I waited to get back to the shop. I honestly didn't feel like sitting on the ground and stuff like that in the snow. I figured I'd wait to do it when I got back to the shop, and I'm glad I did. Because I think I'd be super frustrated doing this outside. But you know, all in all, guys, it worked. I used to have a tire repair kit before, just a cheap one I bought at a gas station. And I don't know, when I seen this ARB one online, it just looks like real tools. You know, something that's gonna last me a long time, so I picked it up, and I'm kind of glad I did. Because now, you know, learning how to do this inside of my shop, now I know I can do this if I'm ever, you know, on a big road trip somewhere and I'm stuck on the highway with a screw in my tire. So I don't know if you caught that video the other day where Cruzy yanked me on the ground and I fell over. That, and when I was throwing the snowballs, me and Emmy were throwing them back. Guys, my front of my phone is so dirty. 1 second. Yes, I am limping. Hobbling around again, but this time it's the other foot, and this time it's not my ankle, it's my toe. Man, I feel like I'm just getting old these days. So when I was out of the campground, I was sitting there one day and by the fire, and Cruz seen a bird and he yanked me and pulled me over. It was funny in the moment, and then me and Emily were playing, like we were throwing snowballs at each other, and then I slipped on the little side of the hill. I didn't feel any pain at all during that time, but I woke up the next day and my big toe, well, it hurts. And I thought we were just over this foot stuff with my, with my sprained ankle. Anyway, so if you guys are ever gonna use a tire repair kit like that, my suggestion is if you don't have good upper leverage on it, like on mine, there's no way I would have gotten that leverage because of my top of my wheel well. is to maybe put your vehicle somewhere where you can lie down like I did here and put my foot on the door and use your whole body as leverage. That was pretty tough. I mean, if it was a front tire, I think this would have been a whole lot easier, because on a front tire, you could turn your tire sideways and then roll your tire until that hole is perfect so you can lean right into it with your whole body weight. But on the back tire, I had a hard time with that one. But on the bright side, I got it done and I feel good about it. It's my first time I've ever done that kind of stuff. Oh, my toe. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited till my foot got better. It wasn't leaking that much anyway, but...
Thanks for watching, you guys, and if you want to support this journey and allow us to keep shoving videos down your throats as much as I can every week, all you got to do, guys, is watch them right to the very bitter end. The algorithm loves that stuff. Hit subscribe, hit like, say hello to everybody in the comments, and if you're new around here, welcome to the crew. Anyway, guys, the next video, I repair my seat thing that... I do some repairs on the next video. Come back for that. I fixed my driver's seat and a bunch of other little things. Alright, guys, we're done. My toe hurts. See you soon. Probably tomorrow.